Careers viewers, welcome back to Careers Bistro. My name is Monique Adams, and today, we have this segment where we take our guests in the car and we just cruise around the location. We're cruising around Eros right now. I'm here with the lovely Shuri Steinberg, who is my guest of today. She has such a great story and such an amazing journey. That's why I was like, she needs to be in the car with me, cruising around. So hi, Shuri.
Hello, Monique.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, but also very sad to say goodbye to Republican and 12 years at Republican.
I mean, yeah, apart from, she's having fun because it's the car interview. Apart from that, it's come to an end of her journalism career at Republican, as she just mentioned. 12 years of journalism. 12 years. But
only at Republican, not the others. 20 years.
20 years in total. But Patrice, how does that make you feel? I mean, it is a sad thing, it's coming to an end. But apart from that, you're entering a new journey.
I'm so excited to have an opportunity to start a new career as news representative at Cosmos 94.1 radio station. Yeah, new journey for me.
Amazing. And what's going to be your duties with this new?
I will write the news bulletins, which is going to be hectic. So it won't be long articles anymore. It will be like 4 bulletins per hour and another one every half an hour.
Oh my.
Yeah.
But that's your life now. So let's just go back in time, all the way back from Shuri's as a kid. Where were you born? Where were you raised? Where did you go to school?
I grew up on a farm in Okahanya district. It's actually a very historical farm, which was called Ovikokorero, where the German and Herero War was. There's actually a monument there. And I grew up with a lot of animals. My mother was like the animal nurse. Whenever a wild animal got hurt, the farmers would bring it to her. So we raised kudus, oryx, jackal, and even a lion.
A lion?
Yeah.
Oh, a lioness or like
a lion? A lion.
Oh
a
my
male lion.
word! A male lion. How was that like?
Oh, it's wonderful memories. My childhood was just wonderful free memories on the farm, riding horses, swimming in the farm dam, playing with my Ocherero friends. I could speak Ocherero fluent when I was little.
Really?
Yes. So that was a wonderful journey. I went to JG van der Walt primary school in Okahanya and Windhoek High School here in Windhoek.
And your tertiary education?
At the old Potchefstroom University, where I studied communications and political science, and I did my honors degree in political science.
Wow.
Well, with a hope to one day work at Republican.
Really? And your dream came true?
My dream came true.
So then you finished studying. So how did you come about, in the journalism industry? How did that happen?
So I studied with a bursary, and when I finished studying, I started looking for work at in the States, in a ministry, but there was none at that time. So when I had to hand in my honors degrees, the papers, I drove back. It was early January. I drove back, and then I heard there's a position at a diplomatic position in the old Mabatu in Bophuthatswana. When I got there, I heard no, the position is already filled. And then my sister-in-law phoned me from Rustenburg, and she said, "Oh, there's a journalist post at Rustenburg Herald." And I rushed off there. It was a very, very hot day.
And how old were you?
I was 21.
Okay,
I was about 21 then. And then when I got there, I got the position. I worked there for a month. um, and then after a month, my editor called me in and said, "Oh, we've got a position at one of our other community newspapers, Post, and you're going to be the editor there."
Oh,
So I was really young, jumping into the deep end of the ocean, but that really taught me to be an all-rounder journalist. I had to report about everything from courts to the crime to sports. Fridays I was at the sports field all day, and I wrote that newspaper on my own. 24 pages was the least, and sometimes 48 pages I had to write in a week. And there was no proofreader. So yeah, my language has to be perfect. Yes.
Oh my, wow, Frencherise. Wow, that's, I never knew that. Amazing. That's why you're at Republican. You were there and you had such a great, your career span. If you just look at your work and your writing, it's amazing. It can tell that.
Yeah, I have to say in Republican I focus more on environmental issues, tourism. Yeah, so I specialized in that, which was really wonderful. Yeah, I traveled a lot, this whole country.
Yeah.
And I slept at wonderful lodges and also in tents, camping and everything. Went a lot overseas to attend international conferences in India, Turkey, China, Morocco, and I went gorilla watching in the Congo, and also chase some Komodo dragons.
Really?
In Indonesia, on Komodo Island.
Wow, you probably have such amazing stories to tell. Can you just like tell us a little nice short story that's like, you know, that you always go back, you know, when you catch up with friends, that's the one story you would like tell your friends or like family that's like just always in your head?
My Komodo story.
What
so
happened?
there are these huge Komodo dragons on the Indonesian island of Komodo, and I was really looking forward to see them for the first time. And it's a nature reserve, so the guide was telling us to be very careful because they are very dangerous. And while we were a big group of journalists, while he was talking and warning us, I saw, oh, there's a Komodo there, there's a Komodo. And I started running towards this Komodo with my camera, and this guard is running behind me and
trying to stop you.
He was very angry at me, and I'm like, I got my Komodo photos, but I think I saw like 24 on that island. I thought it's like the only one I'm going to see, but I saw like 24. And in the Congo, I saw like, I think 39 gorillas in 10 days there in the beautiful rainforest. So those are really highlights of my
Those
traveling.
are amazing highlights. So, you know, with the highs, there's always a low. So what are the low moments in like your career?
The low moments, I would say, of course there are, but not more than the highlights were a lot more than the low points. I think for me the low points was the threats we got as journalists, like in court, when for the court case, the Rhino court case of Bobby Jackson, his followers attacked me and shoved me through a door. I had like I was bruises, and also my colleague Ilani, they shot the camera into her eye and she had a blue eye. And also the Chinese rhino, one of the Chinese rhino smuggler, he gave me death threats. He told me in Chinese, I know where you lived. And then I said, what's it now? Niederfang. So I know where you live and I know you're in jail.
Oh my! So Patrice, you were not afraid at all. You didn't care. Were there moments where you're like, oh my gosh, let me just, stop? Or what kept you, pushing and writing these stories, even though you would get death threats and, people say...
No, you don't stop. You just go for it. You can't be afraid in this job. You just carry on every day, and every day is a new day, because at a daily you have to have fresh news every day.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a daily thing.
Wow.
You can't be afraid.
You're my hero. You are my hero. So Francoise, apart from chasing deadlines and chasing stories, news stories every day, what do you do in your free time?
What free time? Because for 19 years I worked on weekends and late nights. And what is free time?
What is
So
free
if there is
time?
free time, I would walk my dogs in the veld, and I was an avid reader, but I don't know, since COVID I struggled to read a book. I read like one book last year.
Oh my. And you
Yeah,
would
which I
usually-
just hope I can get back into my reading. And yeah, I love watching movies and series on Netflix.
Oh, what are you
Yeah.
currently watching?
The Serpent, which is it's in Asia, in Bangkok, in Hong Kong, and
And so it's like
this is where
the
I
place,
traveled a lot because I've lived for 6 years in Taiwan. So
Wow.
I love traveling in Asia. So yeah, quite
Wow.
interesting and nice murder twist.
Really? And what's it about?
So it's about this guy who is murdering tourists.
Oh,
Yeah, the hippie tourist
Yeah.
in India, in Bangkok, in Nepal, and he just got away with it
oh my.
until there's a Dutch diplomat.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Very
Watch it.
interesting. Watch it, guys. So, like, I mean, it's coming to an end with your journey with the Republicans.
Yes.
And it's the sad part, and they've become your family. No more colleagues.
That's my Republican, the whole newsroom.
Mhm.
That was my life. That was my whole life. That's my family, my lifelong friends.
Aww.
I'll miss them a lot.
We will,
Yes.
and we will miss you too. I'm just so sad that you're leaving, because I just recently also started at NMH, and we've gotten so used to you being around in
A
the
loud
newsroom.
voice.
The loud Francoise. It feels weird when it's
That you
quiet.
won't miss.
Yeah, no, we would miss everything, because when you're even off and we're like, where is she? I didn't hear Francoise today. Where is she? Oh no, she's off. They were like, But now that you're not even gonna be there anymore, it's hitting us. And I mean, from the MyZone team, I could definitely say, I asked one of them, we talk, and they're like, they're really gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you because it was wonderful me to teach you things, you young journalist things. I love mentoring young people, and also to learn from you, because
Yeah.
you young people, you're good at technology. It's like,
Yes.
oh, my computer is freezing, please help me. How do I download this? What is
Yeah.
going on with WhatsApp here?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can always learn from each other.
Each other, yes.
So that is what's wonderful, and you never stop learning.
You never do.
You never stop learning.
So what's one advice or what word would you leave, aspiring journalists or young people that's watching this interview? What piece of advice, or just something?
Oh yeah, to never stop learning. Number one, never ever stop learning. Be humble. In this job, you cannot be a snob,
Yeah.
because you work with people on all on grassroots level.
Yes.
You work with the president. You work with ministers.
Yeah.
You work with diplomats. But you work also with the
With cleaners, with street
everybody
vendors.
and you cannot be a snob, and stay humble, and you're never bigger than your story.
Yeah.
The story is tell the stories.
Still
Tell
the story.
don't stop telling the stories, because we have wonderful stories
Yeah,
in
out-
our
out
country,
there.
in the land of the brave, with our beautiful people.
Yes. So where does Francoise see herself in the next 5 years or so?
At least I don't have to retire at the age of 60 now, so that was one of the main reasons for my move. Where do I see myself? Flourishing at radio, and I think radio is going to change too. We will be also digitalize more, and not just stick to listeners. Maybe we will
Yeah.
have viewers too, like Let's Compass.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe radio station will be more like Let's Compass,
Yeah.
which I will sorely miss. I love Let's Compass.
You love every morning.
In the beginning, I hated it. Oh, my knees were trembling.
Yeah, because it's
But
like
I will
camera,
miss Let's
lights.
Compass.
You're not used to that, but you've become a natural indeed on the Let's Compass, and I know they're gonna miss you too. So Francoise, you know, you're a Republican team that's watching, the whole NMH people that's watching. If you would like to give, you know, last words, because we're at the destination that I'm dropping her off, guys. So any last words you would like to give them?
Namibians, we are lovely people, not just my colleagues, everyone I've worked with. Thank you so much for the wonderful memories. And Namibians are really, truly lovely people, and we always support each other.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep on loving each other.
And supporting each other.
Yes.
So there we have it, guys. It's Francoise Steinberg. You know, she is a senior. She is a legend. She is my new hero, you know, after hearing all those stories. And she's like, excuse the language, but badass. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did, but this is not the end. Keep on watching, because we're going to go to a local profile at R&D Enterprises. So, but for now, for myself, I'm going to say goodbye, Francoise.
Thank you, Monique.
And I'm
Goodbye.
wishing you nothing but the best with your new journey.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Good afternoon or hi, welcome to our office. This is R&D Holdings. My name is Rector. Demufayo David is my surname. I'm the founder, of course, and the executive chairman of R&D Holdings. R&D Holdings is a youth-owned 100% Namibian company. We operate between Windhoek, of course, where our head office is, and also Swakopmund, where I'm born and bred. So we are a company that employs young people for the past 6 years, since 2014, when we won the first DBN Business Innovation Award ever. And since then, we have done exceptionally well. We have won many accolades, both nationally and also across Africa, business-wise. So we are into insurance, of course. We are into renting out VIP vehicles. We are into legal consulting, labor consulting, which is my academic background, since I studied labor or law, focused on labor and commercial law, up to a master's level from Cape Town. Other than that, it's of course we have gone through our challenges due to the COVID effects on all businesses. Business went a little bit down, but we are now on the way up. There's no excuse. We still need to eat. We still need to have bread. So we are excited for the year ahead, and we are looking at new frontiers, such as doing business in SA, in Dubai more, so that at least we can mitigate some of the effects of COVID. Other than that, we are also very into corporate social responsibility through our R&D foundation, of course, and with a project coming up. We work predominantly between Windhoek and Swakop for orphanages, with an orphanage in Kuriangaba that we are currently repainting and donating building materials to. This coming to the value of 50,000. This coming Thursday we have a handover for that. Other than that, we sponsor about 3, 4, 5 students with bursaries or tuition for universities, because as somebody who came out from a single mother, a domestic worker or housekeeping mother, I know the challenges of going to university. So through the foundation, R&D Foundation Trust, we do that as well. And it's exciting. We are happy to be in business and giving back to the community through job creation and some of the sponsorships that we do. So yes, I hope more young people, of course, follow the example, and ask not what your country should do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That's what our motto is. Thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of Careers Bistro. Today we have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with the owner of ZZI Family Hair Studio. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
We're so excited. So let's just start off by a brief introduction, your name, your position, and just a little bit background about yourself.
Okay, great. So my name is Morna and Ikosa. And I co-run the business with my husband, Mario Ikosa. We started it in 2019, March 30th. That's when we started. And I think my passion for it, or for us starting it, is because as a young girl, I've always loved hair. I don't love doing hair, but I know how hair should look like. And because I have daughters and I saw the state of salons at the time, it wasn't really friendly for kids. So then we decided, you know what, I want to save space for my kids and other children. I want them to be treated like VIPs. And then that's sort of the reason we started with the kids' hair studio. However, with COVID, obviously, the parents started to retract their kids. In fact, I think schools went on lockdown before the actual lockdown happened. And so we needed to improvise. And we knew parents always used to ask us, but why can't you have us? It's so peaceful, it's so hygienic, and you guys don't pool. We want the same service as you give to our kids. And then that's sort of where we morphed into having it being a family studio. So mom, dad, and the kids can come.
Wow, perfect. So we basically got background on why this is called ZZI Family Studio, because it truly is conducive for children, especially seeing the environment. It's very playful, it's youthful, and it just breathes life into the entire place. Now, can you please tell us a little bit more about your services? Like, what exactly do you have to offer? What makes your business different than all the other hair businesses that we have?
So, because we're in Moromo, we are the only salon that really caters to the African descent hair, right? So, we do all kinds of hair, fortunately. So, we look at Caucasian, we've got Indian, Chinese clients that come in here. So within the mall setup, maybe because a lot of the times there's a perception that salons in the mall are usually just for Caucasian hair. So there is actually a salon in the mall that caters for ethnic hair. So we love our naturals. That's why the products that we use are completely organic. We use Namibian made products from Namibian women because I believe in supporting our women. And what we sort of now introduce, because we obviously can't run away from it, is color. We do color, we do perms, we do silk press. Silk press is what you would use for natural hair to sort of straighten it and still look good without adding any chemicals or relaxers to it. We have what you call a wash day. So in the wash days, a lot of the time our natural ladies have really thick hair, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. So we then have what we call a wash day. And then we've got the normal braiding. We have a trainer, Ada Awala, she from Ada's Creation.
Amazing. I'm sure myself and all of the viewers are so excited to actually see all of this, like the entire space, have you show us around. But before that, we just want to know, where do you, as an owner, as a businesswoman killing it in the game, where do you see yourself and your company in 5 years from now?
Right. So for me, really, one of the things that perhaps forgot to mention is that what makes us also different is the fact that we really care about the hair journey of our clients. It's not about just coming to do your hair. We are passionate about hair care and hair health. So we want to walk a journey with our clients. So I think where I see myself going is really seeing all of these sort of establishments created around the country where families can come in and really feel a sense of pride that they, when they come in there, they know that their hair is taken care of, that they know that their hair matters. I have a thing where I say hair is an organ. And we need to treat it like an organ. We need to feed it right, we need to nourish it right, and we need to nourish our hair and allow ourselves to express our hair in the way we want. I wear wigs because it's for convenience sake. I exercise, so with my natural hair, it just minces every time I sweat, right? So I want a space where families can come in, and if you want to color your hair pink, then let's do it.
Let's do it.
I grow my son's hair. He's 2 years old. and I grow out his hair. So people sometimes confuse him for a girl because they're not used to men being braided. And that's another sort of stereotype that I want to change, to say, you know what, if the men want to grow their hair and they want to express their hair different, then let them. So I'm looking to changing the hair culture and hair stereotypes and narrative around the country over the journey of the 5 years.
Wow, perfect. Thank you. It was so lovely having this interview. Without any further ado, let's check out this amazing place.
Thank you. All right, so this is where we are in the mall. We're next to MTC or Nano Dog. You won't miss us. And we are now, like we said, a family hair studio, and we're open literally from 9 to 7 o'clock every day, except for Saturdays. Saturdays we're open until 5 o'clock, and on Sundays we're open until 3. So yeah, let's get in and let's see what we can offer. Get up, stand up. Right, so this is our first point of entry. We try to ensure that we also keep to the protocol. So we have our sanitizer. This is where we usually do our bookings. And then, as you can see, this is the area where our kids or our parents usually can sit. As you can see, the little bunkies for the little kids, and then the parents on the either side. And then they get to, this is sort of like their toy box and the colorings and so on. Some parents, we've had a lot of books in the studio, but then we sort of remove them because the kids then tear them up. And then over this side, this is sort of our male side. It's a bit masculine with the black. This is our wonderful barber seats. So the men are on this side. We've got our UV sterilizer, just to really ensure that our stuff, even though we use spirits and other stuff, that is extra sterilized, because we're really all about hygiene in here. And then this is our wash area. What we used to do with our little ones, it's just that I can't see it, is that we used to have little things that covers them so that water doesn't fall into their face. I know we used to have them here. And then on this side is the ladies, as you can see. So one of the things that I think mentioned or forgot to mention is that we really pride ourselves in ensuring that our ladies are continuously being trained on new hairstyles, on new trends. And that's what you're sort of seeing on this side here. We've got Ada Creations who is doing training for our ladies, and if you come closer you'll see that they're doing the training on properly styling wigs and coloring, just to make sure that what we give our clients is excellent service. And then we can see here, this is Rolanda's hair. This is also the color that we use. You can see her hair is a kaleidoscope of colors. So these are also some of the colors that we have in the studio. We do colors, we do perms, as I said earlier. So we really try to offer as much as we can in the limited space that we have. So yeah, with that, it's pretty much it. This is our little humble abode, and we really want to welcome everyone. Like we said, we really are passionate about your hair growth and your hair care, and we want to walk with your journey. So welcome to the family.
Good morning, my name is Emmanuel Mulungo. I'm the Managing Director of NAMCOR. We're here this morning to officially open the Commersdal retail site that NAMCOR has built. It's our 6th retail site, and this is part of our journey to get into the retail space. And we're going to build another 5 retail sites. We'll be busy with another retail sites this year. By June, July, we'll have a total of 11 sites. This is part of our vision to go retail. It's part of our mandate as a national oil company. We are a commercial state-owned enterprise, and we decided to take our destiny into our own hands by actually going into more profitable business ventures. And the retail space is one of those, and we hope in the next 2 to 3 years we can become fully self-sustaining. by rolling out these type of sites all over the country.
Well guys, this has come to the end of the show Careers Bistro. I know it's really sad, but don't you worry, we will be again back next week Friday at 5 on our Careers Hub NMH Facebook and Instagram pages. So for myself, Monique Adams, I'm wishing you a safe weekend, enjoy the weekend, and yeah, kisses.